So my name is Scott Petrie and I'm Chief Executive Officer at Angus Rural Partnership. Angus Rural Partnership was established in October 2022 with the intention of helping communities support their own development and rural resilience activities.
Its purpose is to support what we would describe as community-led local development. So it's about supporting people in their own communities to take forward projects and initiatives that make their communities better, stronger, more resilient.
So the Angus Rural Partnership funded 2 enormous polytunnels.
This project is a project for children and their families.
This project was envisioned to transform this piece of land that hasn't been used. It's part of Hospital Fields Estate.
So we work with community organisations whose focus is a social focus, but we're also in a position to work with people who are in small business, particularly micro business.
And that can be anything from a community consultation, feasibility studies, through to larger projects where we're helping community programmes of support.
To try and understand what everybody wants, we wanted to do a survey, so really that's what the project was.
So the project that we were funded for is to fit deaf alarm units for those with hearing impairments.
We applied for a project that was all around promoting the local food for local people across Angus.
The funding helped us get some expert advice to look at what might be a best fit for our existing business and the future.
A lot of people drive through Angus to get to somewhere else, but if we look at Angus as an entity in itself, there's a lot of very positive activity happening here, primarily through communities driving that forward.
There's a role, I think, for the partnership in making sure that Angus has a voice and representing the views of people who live in rural Angus to policymakers and funders to make sure that Angus gets a fair crack at the whip.
We do encourage joint-up thinking. That peer-to-peer support is really important. Organisations like Angus Rural Partnership allow that to happen, so we create the platform on which activity takes place. Learning from each other is really, really important rather than having me come in and dictate the way that things should be. It has to come from the community. It's grassroots. What we have is a lot of communities are driving forward their own local development and rural resilience, and if Angus Rural Partnership can help facilitate and enable that, then that's what we're here to do.
Through the funding, we've been able to employ 2 members of staff and an artist to work with the group.
We have been probably care and maintenance before. What this does is really it's building a plan for the future.
Funding that's made the woods more available to the school, from nursery right through to primary 7, can come down.
It's the sort of generational change that we want to see for our children, and this money is really helping us to deliver that.
I would encourage anybody interested in community development, whether they already have an organisation, a constituted body, or whether they're involved in sport or community activity of another sort, to look at Angus Rural Partnership as a source of funding for their projects. But also, funding is only one part of the element. We're also looking at how we can establish and facilitate and enable individual projects to move forward with their own objectives.